diagonal, arch and flatten. Lie on your back, feet flat on the floor, knees bent. Bring your awareness to the weight on your buttocks and low back. Can you sense if it's evenly distributed? Very often, if we've had a fall or an injury, it's slightly off-centre, but it can be quite difficult to tell. Inhale, and on the exhale, gently arch your back, lifting the back of your waist off the ground by gently pulling on the grounded feet. They're not actually moving, you're just drawing them towards you. Inhale, exhale and flatten the back, pushing the feet away without moving them. Did you notice if you could do that evenly to both sides? Let's test it again. Inhale and arch. Exhale and flatten. Did you feel as though you were doing that completely centrally? If one side is moving more easily, we want to try and release the other side so that you can perform this movement centrally. To do this, we'll need to exaggerate what might be happening by operating the arch and flatten on one side at a time. If you are aware of one side being tight, let's start with the more released side. There's 3 parts to this. In the first instance, we're going to dip the hip of the loosest side when you arch. Take an inhale, exhale and arch on the loosest side, dipping your hip bone into the mat. Inhale, exhale and flatten, relaxing and releasing the low back into a neutral position. Let's try that again. Inhale, exhale and arch only on one side, dipping the hip into the mat more on that looser side. Inhale, exhale and flatten. Notice if you can get back to a neutral position and really relax. Inhale, arch on one side. Exhale and flatten. Now we're going to add a head movement to that. And you're going to be looking away from the side that you're dipping more into the mat. Inhale, exhale and arch on the loosest side, dipping the hip, and roll your head to the opposite side, looking away from your dipped hip, so the whole body is arching along a diagonal line. Inhale, exhale and release everything back to center. Inhale, arch and look. Exhale, release. Everything back to neutral. Inhale, arch, drop the hip and look to the opposite side. Exhale and release. Now we're going to add a shoulder tuck. So the shoulder blade comes in towards your spine and tucks under, increasing the arch on the diagonal. Take your hand out to the side away from your body, about a foot or so, and have your hand facing downwards, your palm of your hand down. Inhale, and on the exhale, dip your hip as you did before, turn your head away. Now turn your palm up and press the shoulder blade in towards your spine, squeezing and contracting it and feeling the arch increasing along the diagonal. Inhale again, and on the exhale, slowly and smoothly roll everything back to neutral and completely relax. Inhale, arch the back, turn the head, turn the palm up, squeeze the shoulder blade. Exhale and release, bringing your hand back down to face the other way. Inhale, arch, head turn, shoulder squeeze. Exhale, release. Now lengthen your legs along the mat and notice the difference between the two sides of your body. See if there's any leg length discrepancy. If one leg is turned out more than the other. If you feel generally as though your pelvis is tilted to one side, or if one side of your low back is close to the ground. Draw your attention higher up your back. Check out the shoulder blades. See the difference between each side of the upper back. Check out your neck and shoulders, noticing the difference between the two sides. Now let's recalibrate the other side of the body. Bend the knees, feet flat. This is going to be probably your more jammed side, if you worked out what that was at the beginning. So we're going to be fully aware of any pain or discomfort during this and just going to your natural level. It may release off as you perform the movements. Inhale, exhale, and gently arch the tight side of your back, dipping the hip bone into the mat. Exhale and flatten, relaxing and releasing the low back into a neutral position. Notice how that felt compared to doing the other side. Inhale, arch, dipping the hip. Exhale and flatten. Notice how it feels to be rolling that hip into the neutral position. Inhale, arching your back. Exhale and flattening it. Now we're going to add the head movement. Inhale and arch your back on the tight side, dipping your hip into the mat and rolling your head away from the dipped hip so that your whole body is arching along the diagonal line. Inhale again, and on the exhale, release everything slowly and smoothly back to center. Inhale, arch and look to the other side. Exhale and release back to center. One last time, inhale and arch, look, exhale and release. Lastly, we're going to add the shoulder tuck. So take your arm out around 2 foot from your body, palm down. It's going to be the opposite hand from the hip that's dipping down. Inhale, arch the back, dipping the hip, turn the head. Now turn your palm up, press the shoulder blade in towards your spine, squeezing and contracting it and feeling the arch increasing along the diagonal. Inhale again. Exhale and slowly relax the back into the middle again, resting in neutral. Inhale, arch, look, and squeeze the shoulder blade. Hold it there in contraction, noticing how that feels compared to the other side. Exhale and release. Once more. Inhale. Squeeze and contract the tightest side of your body, feeling the contraction along the whole of that diagonal, squeezing the shoulder blade in towards the spine. Exhale and slowly release back to middle. Neck and shoulders relax, low back relaxes. When you're ready, gently draw both knees in towards your chest. If your knees are okay, take hold of the shins, or if they're not, pop your hands underneath the bottom half of your legs and squeeze the legs in towards your chest. Roll about on the low back where you've been working. Then gently lengthen your legs along the mat. Open them to a little bit wider than hip width, allowing the feet to turn out very naturally where they land. Relax completely and scan your body either side to see what differences there are now. Then bend the knees up. Let's do that one more time as a central movement and see how it works. Inhale. Exhale and arch the back, gently drawing the feet in towards you. They're not actually moving, but it just helps you arch your back. Inhale again. Exhale, push the feet away and get that sense of a completely central rolling of the back of the waist into the ground. And then come back to a neutral position. Did that feel more central? Should we try it one more time? Inhale, arch the back, draw the heels in towards you. Exhale and completely centrally roll your back like beads on a necklace back into the ground, absolutely centrally. And then release into neutral, completely relaxed.